Apparently, Tectone is doing an autopsy of the most disliked video he has ever done, which was his reaction to the Embers of Glamoth. Now, if anyone doesn't know what that is a video that made me cry like a bitch because I have badly abilities to completely disassociate reality and believe that things that are fake are real. More importantly, though, I want to see exactly what he's going to say about his video where it was completely unjustifiably panned. I don't know where this is going right now, but we're going to jump into it. You guys know the deal? Link below, video, hit it up, and let's just see how bad it got.
So I got back from my 24-hour break,
After
which
how
I
long?
haven't taken in 50 days, and even
Oh yeah, he was probably doing a subathon. Dear God, why would you do that to yourself? I mean, other than it's your job and... Okay, this is going to reason, but still, ooh.
my editor's on break right now, but, you know,
Yep.
I come back, and what do I see? My most disliked...
Yeah, it's a good thing I've never done that. I mean, as someone who has never put up a video that anyone ever disliked, I cannot say I know what that feels like.
video of all time. I even have people on Twitter saying, "Oh, well, you know, Tectone, I really don't like your reaction. It made me really upset." And then they would say things
This is why I'm not on Twitter, so I can ignore them. I mean, wait, yeah, they have valid opinions, yes.
like I was rage baiting and I was forcing jokes and I wasn't taking it seriously.
Oh, joking aside, someone accused Tectone of not taking someone seriously. I am shocked. Shocked, I say.
Surprise, surprise. Imagine Tectone not taking something
Can't imagine it, nope.
seriously in a video game.
Honestly, he's dressed up. He's come in suits before. I realized what I said, and honestly, I'm not entirely sure that's a joke.
For all my first-time subscribers, welcome to the fucking channel, I guess.
Good
so
to be
here's
here.
what we're going to do. Well, you know, I got to address these people. Let's go over these comments real
Oh,
quick.
no.
Let's go over. Bro became what he hates the most. A
Paimon.
Paimon. He 100% watched this full on his own and just trolling us with commentary.
I mean, can you imagine someone trolling people by having commentary based on commentary? That is such a weird thing to happen on the internet.
I really don't understand what's so bad about this react, but we'll figure it out. Techie actually being annoying as fuck in this reaction. Bro actually yapping. Yeah.
Isn't that what you do when you talk?
We're gonna see this. We're gonna react to my reaction of this reaction.
I should probably disclose, I've seen his reaction. I didn't always agree with it, but, I mean, it's his take. Who cares?
And then I'm going to re-react to the original react. And
Oh, no, I am doing the bit where I'm actually supposed to really give a damn. I mean, how dare he make something that was so unpopular to random strangers on YouTube? Yeah, I mean, Twitter, sorry. A place I definitely respect.
the way that the people who wanted me to react, I'll react to it seriously. Okay, if you want a serious Firefly trailer react, because I understand I hurt your internet girlfriend's feelings.
And you can see he's being completely serious right here because of the straight eyes. He has the furrowed brow, the hair of solitude. It basically says everything I'm about to say right now, completely serial. You gotta trust this man. It's a trust me bro guarantee on this one.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and re-react to that reaction to give you the proper react. But let's go back through this reaction of my reaction to the reaction of the Firefly trailer, and then try to figure out what's going on here. Because, I mean, yeah, look at this, about 5,000 dislikes on this, man.
Only?
That's a lot of dislikes. Man, my career's
Rookie
in shambles.
numbers.
Maybe I'll go on break like Enviosity and Atsu because I got too many dislikes on my YouTube.
I know Atsu got on break because he did some insane stalkery shit. And I think more accurately, Mean Girl Stitch. But what the hell happened with Enviosity? I have no idea. I avoid drama. Mostly because I'm lazy and uninterested.
YouTube. Let's figure it out, man. Let's see what's so bad. Let's see how bad Baldy fucked up here. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, new Firefly animated short. Number 5 on trending.
Wait, is that number 5? Holy shit. There's 11 when I saw it.
Insane.
Command! Fireflies are reinforced in the swarm.
One at a time. Am I crazy for saying that? Because Jesus Christ, that shit is beyond schizophrenic.
Okay, I'm glad someone else said it was a little confusing until I realized, oh, wait, they're using the same voice for everyone. It was more confusing because when they had the previous short, it was a bunch of different voices for different characters, so it was kind of a little awkward. Let's go with awkward.
Holy who pounded her?
Yeah!
Okay.
It does look that way.
You gotta understand, bro. I rewatched my.
Also, considering MiHoYo is actively shipping her as a girlfriend because of a Chinese language only version where they have a girlfriend call where they're talking about a date and where to meet up with the main character. That is actually a thing you can find videos for on YouTube. I didn't even believe until someone in my Discord gave me a link. They're probably aware of exactly what he said, and that is actually probably unintentionally, but maybe intentionally, exactly what MiHoYo is going for here. Because there's someone looking at this going like, oh yeah, no, they're going to like this. They know what they're doing. And then they immediately subvert it by whatever comes next, but they know what they did here.
Videos, okay? I don't give a fuck if other motherfuckers think I'm funny. I think I'm fucking hilarious, to be honest. There was these motherfuckers saying shit like, oh, nobody was laughing. Meanwhile, look at my chat the entire time. They're losing their fucking mind. Bro, if you don't think it's funny, that's cool, but shut the fuck up and move on, bro. I don't give a fuck if you laughed or not. I did. Let's keep going. Am I watching a hentai? Almost.
If they ever made one about their characters. Yeah, I think a lot of content creators would suddenly have a bunch of free time that they suddenly inexplicably had and would not be allowed to show on stream. Completely unrelated.
Or what in the did I just do to this chick? True. Yep. That's how I leave your mom every Saturday night.
Requesting reinforcements.
Insane.
A lot of dead bugs.
Holy shit. Yep.
See, this is the part I actually have a problem with. Let's let him finish his thought, though.
How many people did she fucking murder? A lot.
See that right there, that is unexcusable. He had the perfect straight line. He had them going, oh, wow, what did they just do? What was pounding her? And he didn't immediately go like, oh, that's what's pounding her. Oh, that's what she pounded. He had the perfect straight line to a sex joke set right up for him, right in there. The audio worked. The video literally led right into it, and he passed on it. As someone with a 5-year-old sense of humor, I take offense to this. Thank you, sir. Moving on.
You want to know why this is bullshit? Is because Firefly's only good at single target damage. So Tectone,
No, I agree. It's bullshit. That's also probably why they lost. Plus, fire damage, and they're not fire weak. So, yeah, no, it does explain the outcome a lot more.
Actually, Firefly is AoE, and you know that because she's destruction. Oh, my bad, guys.
Is she?
I'm sorry, I
was wrong about that.
know a character's kit that's not fucking out yet.
Honestly, I just assumed he had a dream about it at this point.
That's my bad, guys. It's my bad.
Yeah, dream more.
Hey, my bad.
Dream on, even.
Right.
Dream until the dream becomes true.
AoE fight makes no sense. So, like, according to the lore, this fight just doesn't make any sense. Yeah. I also hate when you're watching
No, it's a fight that really doesn't make sense. In fact, it's so much not making sense. It's almost like whoever's in charge is dead, and they're just kind of flailing around. Because I'm pretty sure that's actually what was happening at this point.
Gundam fight.
So he's not wrong.
Like,
He's
one
accidentally
of them,
right.
Gets punched in the arm, and then the mech guy goes, ah, inside the mech. It's like, bro, you didn't even get hit. It was your robot. Like, these people are.
He's not wrong. It is kind of stupid. I mean, most mech that do that are essentially just Days of Our Lives with giant robots, which makes them immediately 1,000 times better. Except for G-Gundam, where it actually made sense in the dumbest way possible. And was also one of the coolest ways possible. Yeah.
Or schizophrenic, feeling pain that doesn't exist. Do we think that's a bad take? Like, have you guys never seen, what the fuck's that movie called, The Big Robots? It's a neurological link, that's why.
Is that Evangelion?
Why the fuck would you neurologically link yourself to the pain of the robot you're in?
I mean, a lot of the reason is because Japan. Also, Space Marines and 40k in their armor. Yeah, I just realized that. Oh. I'm not going to think about this too hard because there's actually a lot of parallels.
There's a reason why you're in a car. You don't neurologically link yourself to the car you're in.
Wait, are you assuming that I do not feel every time my car goes over a nail? I mean, you're right, but why would you dare assume that?
So you don't feel the bumps in the roads and get hurt in the crash. What?
I mean, it probably would actually improve safety. That is... No, shit, it probably would. There would be a lot less bad drivers if every time they did something stupid, they actually felt pain. Can we not talk about this anymore? I don't like it. It's getting too dark and way too actually possible in a Black Mirror sense, and I don't like this.
What is for better control? I can still drive.
Oh, who
my
needs
car
control?
without
No, it's
feeling
literally
how my
just
car
the immediate
feels.
punishment for
it
stupid.
Makes no sense. Why the is Firefly in there sweating, shitting, and coming? When, like, what's the point of the robot then? Yep.
I mean, one, you've seen their audience. Miho, you know what they did. They know. They're aware.
Like, she looks fine. She's moving like she's fine. It's bullshit. Yep. That's the reason why I hate mech animes, because they make no sense. Anyway, I agree.
Honestly, this is the exact reason I love mech anime, because they make no sense. In fact, I'm pretty sure I like it for the exact reason he hates it. And I don't think we actually disagree on exactly the same points. Just different reaction on that.
But it's cool saying neurological connection. No, there's literally no reason to do it. There is no way for your pilots to become severely injured because the robot got hurt.
I mean, there was a great reason in this one. It's because Hideki Anno, who made this, absolutely hated everyone at this point, and he was off his meds. No, actually, no, this is End of Evangelion, where he was just on his meds, as opposed to the end of the TV show where he was completely off it. Or Rebuild, where he was on his meds, successful, and things were going well. So this is where it's better. Yeah, a lot of this was made by a guy who was legitimately clinically depressed. And if you understand it that way, also the fact that his company was literally going under, they ran out of money, they had so many issues, it makes a lot more sense when you look at it from the more Doyleist perspective as opposed to the Hobbesian. No, sorry, I got those backwards. It's the Watsonian versus Doyleist. Doyleist is in universe. Is Watsonian in universe and Doyleist outside universe? Whatever. There's basically two ways to look at it. One is what's happening in the story that doesn't make sense. And honestly, no, it doesn't. It's stupid. It is needlessly painful. And honestly, if you just say Gendo's a dick, it actually does explain a lot. The outside one is they wanted people to see the most fucked up shit possible. And this has sounded really fucked up. Yeah, I mean, kind of, yeah. Yeah.
Like, why is bro screaming? I'm sorry.
Again, Gendo's a dick. It really does actually sum up a lot of it. Were there better ways? Sure. They made sure they weren't valuable. And one of the episodes even highlighted that by sabotaging a different way. Would it have worked?
Dumbest shit.
Probably not.
Why? Like, bro, it was your robot. You didn't even, nothing even happened. Okay.
I mean, technically in those, they are literally plugged into it. If you get too close, you literally dissolve into Tang. But that's a spoiler for, well, actually probably 5 minutes after that section.
That's what I'm saying. Neurological links are dumb as shit.
Oh, they are very dumb.
It's
but it's like cool
biotech,
dumb.
you idiot. Oh, okay. It's a movie, bro. Yeah, and I'm saying it's stupid as shit.
Yeah, I mean, most sci-fi, when you actively think about it, is so dumb. If it's not made by Isaac Asimov, considering he wrote about satellites, and then people thought it was a good idea and made satellites based on his description in a science fiction novel. Sorry, not even a novel. It was a short story. Yeah, that's a real thing. Also, how ATMs were described in Ray Bradbury's 1984 before ATMs were created. So let's just ignore that part right there. That a book about burning books and people regressing and ignoring everything because they just want to have fun and say fuck the world. Can you imagine that? It's unrealistic. This is getting way darker than I expected.
You do not need to feel the pain of the robot suit that you're piloting. All you need is a notification saying, damage to head.
Yep. Although I guess if you're in the suit itself, you'd like feel it through there because you're still being hit in the head. But for a giant robot, yeah, that makes perfect sense. The only way you do it otherwise is, one, you go the G Gundam route where it's literally a sport and the fucking around with people is part of the fun. Or you go the other way, it's like super Magitech that honestly really doesn't make any sense, but we're going to ignore that because of suspension of disbelief and also because we like the melodrama of it. Because if you have a guy who's just like sitting there like, ah, shit, I lost again. You're not really playing a mech anime, which is along the lines of, again, Days of Our Lives, but it's close to someone playing League of Legends at that point. And if there's one thing we've all realized, you don't do that. By that, I mean acknowledge League players. I have already made the mistake by committing that sin in this video, and I'm going to regret it. I know what my comment section is going to look like now. I'm not going to remember to cut this out, am I? This is on me.
Why the fuck? She's screaming in pain. She's screaming in pain because her robot got hurt.
I mean,
Case in
later
point,
on when they got
Iron
blown
Man.
up, yeah.
You see Tony Stark screaming when his suit gets injured? No. Oh,
I mean, he did have that one bad day, but just a little dust going on there.
holy shit.
Yep.
On your feet. The target straight ahead.
Can I tell you why this is bullshit? Yep, tell me. Let me tell you why this is bullshit. Tell me, okay? Let me tell you why this is complete bullshit. Listen. Okay, tell me. Yep, ready. I never hear Sam make any noise like that because he don't. The whole time in the robot, he goes, yep. She's never going, right? So then it's not like, what does Sam even do then?
Can we all acknowledge if those sounds were in any way, shape, or form audible in any of the in-game sections, it would be Lisa in Genshin Impact from the start all over again. For anyone who wasn't there literally within the first week where it wasn't patched, they had Lisa's voice actor making some very interesting sounds. And they patched it because it was so interesting. Certain people in the Chinese Communist Party were probably saying things about it at the time period. So, yeah, you know it's good when there is literally a tyrannical government saying, hey, maybe you should tone it down.
Like, does Sam talk by? You cannot admit that the discrepancy between the way Firefly talks to the way that Sam talks in the mech suit does not feel like different people.
I mean, I thought they actually had different people recording it. I mean, if you want to go with the, I'm going to say Doyleist in-universe reason, it's because it's all a personification to dehumanize the Glamoth soldiers, because Glamoth was honestly a giant pile of shit from the more you learn about it. And if it didn't involve all of Firefly's companions dying, it would have been one of those, yeah, maybe it's not a bad thing. The outside of Universe 1 is they probably didn't decide to make this plotline with Sam until they already designed what he looked like as a voice, and it's like, ran with it. And then came up with the dehumanization of everything else. Although it's Honkai, maybe they were always going for that the entire time. I don't know. But yeah, no, he's completely right. It sounds like completely different people. Especially because they play that up so much with the early lines when Sam first comes up without anyone watching him, so it's just them.
And you know the reason why they did that is to give you a curveball to not expect Firefly to be in the suit.
I mean, yeah, but also Samus trope.
But unfortunately, Sam just doesn't talk, nor do they react the same way as Firefly. Okay? And you can say it's a voice changer, but it's even more than just the voice that's being changed.
I mean, honestly, I'm still going with the idea that they probably didn't plan that first and just like, you know what, this is a cool twist, let's do it.
It's the tempo of which Firefly speaks. It's the noises Firefly makes when she reacts. Sam has never made a even remotely feminine noise in that robot suit whatsoever.
There's probably someone out there making a mod to patch in the cute sounds for a very discerning audience of people who are way more technically savvy than I am.
And it would, Aggie. And it
Kitty!
would still sound like.
I just noticed the kitty. I was distracted by Sam and Best Girl, but there's also a kitty. I am so jealous of your cats, Tectone. I don't mean that as a joke. I mean, like, legitimately. Mine, if they were in my office when I was recording, they would legitimately try and eat my power cord. Yours are willing to just be little shits behind you. I'm so jealous. Lucky bastard.
Firefly being voice changed, but they were doing that for plot purposes. Admit it. Himself, because I don't hear Sam moaning, and I really want to hear that.
Hey.
Yep.
On your feet.
Yeah.
The target straight ahead. Keep pushing.
There are going to be so many people pausing on the voice menu, just waiting for something to come out. It's kind of like when you listen to Navia's idle animation. I'm just saying, I was playing the background, walked away, my wife heard it, and she had to double check if I wasn't watching Off-Brand. Because it is sus, man. I just use sus ironically. I'm just saying, oh, the things I can't take back today, huh?
Forward.
Okay. You see what I mean? Like, why didn't we hear Sam go affirmative? Because then, if that was translated to a dude voice, it wouldn't sound like a dude voice at all.
It would be kind of cool if it transitioned midway, other than the very end.
Am I crazy, or is the way they run like a bunch of 8th grade high school girls?
I mean, aren't they? Legitimately, they're going full on, everyone is a mech, but only if they're piloted by like a 5-year-old or a 12-year-old or some prepubescent high schooler. Or in this case, at least a pubescent high schooler. Although considering how they age, I mean, for all we know, they could be hundreds of years old and just look like they're in 8th grade, 9th grade, 12th grade. It's anime. It could be any age. And considering how long this probably was, she could be hundreds to thousands of years old and just unconscious for most of it.
I want you to imagine them running, but now they have a purse on their arm.
I just did, and it actually fits. I wonder if someone modded that in just as like a little animation edit, just for the fun of it.
No one on planet Earth runs like this. If you're mad at me for pointing that out, that's on you. But they're running like some bitches, okay? Nobody runs like that.
I mean, not well. It very much looks like people who weren't trained and just having a lot of dumb ideas. Which, again, might be story relevant because throwaway soldiers. But I don't think they thought that far ahead. I just think they're going with, okay, let's show off the physique of all of them right here. And if the arm's down on the side, you don't really see that as much.
Is that crazy?
They are just running like this, though.
Now, there we go. See, now they're running normal.
Are they?
There we go. See,
He's going to mention that they did sync up the voices there. Not too bad.
why didn't we hear Sam make that moan?
We kind of did. It's a different person reading it, right? It almost sounds like it's not so much a filter as they have a translation on top of it. It'd be funny if they came up with an actual... Yeah, no. Sam is actually an AI. It's an AI battlesuit. Every one of them was sentient. You know what? Honkai, MiHoYo, they would do that. It's just the random little bit of extra, oh, don't worry, you'll get to know the battlesuit and love the battlesuit. And then we're making sure to get rid of the battlesuit. They would do that. They would actually do that. Like, it's a stupid level of extra, here, let's make you suffer, that I could see Honkai doing. Genshin, I honestly don't know the story too much later on. Early on, they wouldn't do that. Maybe later on, I don't know.
Case in point, bitch. Why did we not hear Sam make that moan then? How come I never hear one of these robots moaning? We did? No, we didn't. Link me in the trailer where Sam moans. Look. There we go. Because when Sam, if it's a voice translator, then when Sam moans, he's go, ah! But instead he goes, and
admittedly, I kind of hope they have alternate dubs, like just the bloopers they cut out from the recording sessions. Because that would be funny as hell, man. Or just like a random joke holiday voice pack of that. That would actually be funny.
Firefly doesn't go, ugh. So that's the fucking difference, right? Why are her moans being translated into grunts? Last time I checked, he ain't a fucking thwomp from Mario. Dude, you're nitpicking. Am I wrong? When have you ever heard Sam go, No, he goes,
I'm just imagining all the people out there right now who are actively going, oh, I kind of want that. I have just unlocked something new. When can I find it? The answer is it's on the internet probably somewhere. I'm not going to look it up because I'm certain I would find it. I know better than that. I mean, I forget often, but I know better than that.
Tell me what I'm wrong about. I'm not wrong about shit. So why the fuck are you getting upset? Why is me pointing out the shit that makes no sense in this I was wrong about the destruction bet. Why is me pointing out the shit that's weird as fuck in this trailer?
Again, I mean, from what I've heard, I think it's still straightforward, single target. Unless I'm wrong, which is entirely possible because I've never done that before.
I piss you off so much because I don't take it seriously enough. Listen. There we go.
It's the quality of the moans.
So when Firefly goes, listen. Sam goes, Rah!
You know what? Actually, I said they might be an AI. There was that bit earlier in the Dreamscape where she was talking to Mr. Robot. Maybe? I'm just going to run with it at this point and think Sam's his own character. So it's a 2-for-1 special. Just to make it even worse when the next section probably kills her off in the most horrifying way possible. And we just have to go look at MiHoYo and go, built up the best girl just to pull a MiHoYo on us. I was going to say a Himiko, but I don't want to say that in case it happens.
Maybe Sam and Firefly, maybe it's not a voice changer. Maybe it's two separate entities acting as one with different voices. Now let's keep going.
You got the right idea. Hey.
Yes, sir. Get him.
If I thought it must be right, so he's agreeing with me. Nice.
What the fuck?
Hello, anime boss.
Holy swarm disaster.
Yeah. Can I just acknowledge that I wish this is what the enemies were like? Not just smaller or bigger, but like overwhelmingly huge to the point where the characters are smaller and you almost have to zoom in to see parts of it. I would love if this was the enemy amount. Just like have the damage roll over into multiple waves and see how many you can clear. This would be so cool. And probably fry multiple people's phones if they even tried it.
This is how COVID started. I was
Yeah.
there. He wasn't.
Oh, I skipped that year.
I'm going to tell people this is a cutscene about COVID.
No, that's completely not fair. Everyone's wearing a mask here willingly.
Whoever's still alive, cover me. I'm going for the swarm mother. Copy. Take it. Witness. Activate it when you see the signal.
Why did all those bugs just stop attacking him the moment they stopped fighting?
I'm pretty sure it's narrative privilege. Let's just go with that.
I hate that shit in giant war scenes where two guys just have a casual conversation and the bugs are like, hold up. Guys, they're in the middle of a cutscene. They're invulnerable.
I mean, it's the same reason whenever a magical girl doesn't get attacked in her 5-minute long transformation. It's just etiquette.
Bro,
Everyone
just
knows
hit
that.
him. Oh, be respectful. Be respectful. With
Truly.
I can't believe he said that.
I wonder how many people just took a clip of those moaning sounds for their own personal usage. The answer is probably more than none.
I can't believe he just brought up in the middle of 10 million bugs that are all coming at you. Hold up, guys. They're talking.
It's Stormtrooper logic. You can't hit the main characters. Everyone else is fair game.
Like, come on. Just have them fight while they talk. I can't help that you don't get how that's bullshit. And it's a horrible fucking trope in gaming.
Oh, it's way more than just gaming. In books, in novels, in anime, in media, in TV shows. Oh God, TV shows, it's so much of a problem, especially the more low budget ones. It is not just a gaming thing. It is everywhere. If you have a dialogue, you suddenly have soliloquy time. You have a 5-minute countdown and you have a 20-minute soliloquy before that. Sure, it fits. I'm not disagreeing with him on there. It's just, it's way more than just gaming.
Anime moment. Oh, because it's turn-based.
Boo. It's not a bad point, but still, boo.
Also, is this Sam or who is this? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, they kind of all look like
who am I
this
looking
one.
at here, man? Who is? No idea. They're
He's not wrong. Hell, I forgot who was who already.
all in robot suits. I got no idea who the fuck this is. Who's this?
Yeah.
He's dead.
Good call.
Oh, yep. That ain't Firefly. Am I supposed to feel sad for this random fuck that I met 2 seconds ago?
Honestly, I don't think they wanted you to feel sad at this point. I think they just wanted to highlight the brutality of what could happen to Firefly without it being Firefly, which admittedly kind of sounds like a cop-out, because they want to allude that we could do horrible things to her, but not actually do them just yet. That will probably happen later in game. Elio did say she had to die 3 deaths, and 2 of them are already down. Hope he's not being metaphorical for the second one, because then he'd be a liar. Here's what I would say if I wasn't actually expecting it to happen. Yeah, we're getting the Himiko treatment. I know it.
Bro ripped his face off?
He didn't need it.
Why would bro need to rip his face off to send a missile at the giant bug?
I mean, this is actually something people have answered in my comment section because they read up on the lore way more than I was willing to. And I don't think he ever bothered to have the time to it because it's a lot of reading. Essentially, Glamoth sucks. And I don't just mean at mass-producing child soldiers who are superhuman, but also outnumbering their population of there's literally no one left. So they're maybe just automating everything, and the kids don't actually know how to use anything because they're kids. So it's like a bunch of child soldiers mass-produced to fight a war for a group of people who are already dead. It's the Nier Automata effect. Except no one's a robot here, except everyone's in a robot, so it's slightly different. And also they're way more powerful. Yeah. That's actually the reason. Glamoth sucks, and if they're dead, it really isn't a downside.
Let me get this right. That better be a nuclear bomb.
Nuclear laser.
Let me get this right. So wherever this laser thing is,
Yep.
okay, needed a robot to run up in melee range to rip its face off so it can see where the giant fucking bug is at.
Yes. Have I mentioned the Glamoth sucks part yet? They were not good at this, which is why all of them died before this point. Yeah, it was pointed out they were not a very powerful army. They just happened to make really powerful soldiers who they didn't like. As in, let's make sure we don't have any heroes by making sure that if there's a decisive blow, it takes them out too. Is that intentional? I can't say it's not.
If they can already see the fucking bug on the screen, why can't they just shoot it? Why can't they just shoot it?
Because they really sucked at tactics or not destroying their own people. Honestly, in game, they're playing it up as they're inhuman and they don't treat their people right. Out of game, it's like, oh God, this is what it looks like when you have really competent people working for really incompetent tacticians. Also known as the Inazuma arc strategy level. Yeah, I'm still holding a grudge for that one.
What are you talking about? Without his face being ripped off.
Yep.
Call it.
Oh no, usually they like the face on when they get hit as well. That way, they make sure there's no possibility of a survivor.
The Tectone missile.
Close enough.
Yeah!
Tectone laser.
Why did you just do that to begin with?
Fire in the dick laser.
Straight up. Like, why would you, like, hear me out. You can't have, like, a ranged projectile. You can't have, like, a signal lock beacon that you can shoot out of a rocket. Their idea of having lock-ons is to rip off their armor and throw it at a bug.
See, that's completely unfair. It's like we said earlier. They don't want you to rip off the armor. They want to make sure you get hit with the bug as well. If you ripped off the part, then you might survive by accident. Can you imagine that? It's like they want these people to survive or something if they could do that. Partially, people have speculated that there's literally no one left who isn't a soldier on the front line, and the soldiers on the front line have no idea what the fuck they're doing, so the things that could have been automated, they don't know could be anymore, because that's literally beyond them, because they're child soldiers who don't think for themselves because they were made to not do that. One of the reasons Firefly's awesome, but I don't know. What I do know is the more you see about their tactics, the more you realize, yeah, it kind of makes sense why they died before everyone else. They really weren't good at the entire not shooting themselves in the dick thing.
Okay, so let me get this right. If there's any bullshit in any anime ever made, I have to accept it and say, oh yeah, it's an anime. Okay.
Honestly, I wouldn't even say it's an anime. I would just say, yeah, it's just insert random suspension of disbelief here. It's in all of them. If you start looking at all of the various media, and I don't just mean anime, I mean TV shows, movies, some songs that have narrative arcs, although those are usually intentionally bullshit. Random novelizations, light novels especially, but that's just intentionally like that. There's epic poems that have plot holes, man. The more you think about it, the more you realize this is stupid. That's why you don't think about it. It's just the entire Eagles and Lord of the Rings all over again. The actual answer, which Tolkien did provide in one of the forewords for one of his various updates of the novel, was he wanted to tell a long story and the Eagles would make it too short. That's the reason. The in-universe reason is, well, they would have been tempted by the ring. So if the ring was that close to them and they knew about it, even though they would have no idea about that, then they would steal the ring and become their own monsters in their own right. Which is still stupid because they had the ring plenty of times near them. They had no idea, so they could just fly. They was like, why are we doing this? Well, because Gandalf asked. The actual reason, though, was very much, he wanted to tell a long story. He told a long story, and he just decided to ignore things that would get in the way of that.
So, like, I'm just saying, do you not get how dumb that is? I'm supposed
it
to
is
believe
very
in this
dumb.
world where in a group of 1,000 people in literal fucking mech suits, and the best idea they can do to lock on a target the size of the planet is to rip their face off and get an arm's reach distance to throw it.
I mean, if there's one thing we've proven, these are not defensive suits because the explosion tore the suits up, but almost every dead body was intact. Yeah, just when you think about it, it really does kind of highlight the bio soldier, the bio clone, whatever they are, soldier, is more durable than the mech suit. The mech suit is just the guns. They're not armor. They're just guns. Also because it looks a lot more cool to have a bunch of human bodies revealing that they're actually people underneath the entire time instead of unveiling monsters. But that reveal is kind of reduced because we had the previous animations.
Did you not get Firefly. How many bugs were there? No, I get how many bugs were there. But the one bug that they're throwing it at is the size of a fucking planet, guys.
You know, if you include dwarf planets in there, that actually might be completely accurate.
Why the fuck did you help? Holy fuck, did you see those titties?
Yes. It's the most important thing in the scene.
Yeah,
he's probably going to freak out a few seconds after this.
Hey, I'm being real, man. If when somebody dies, they blow up and they get naked, I'm going to talk about it.
You know, I'm pretty sure that actually has happened in multiple anime, but usually it's the guys in DBZ that I'm thinking about. Technically, multiple of their enemies were explicitly naked. Frieza, Cell, at many times Goku. Goku as a giant monkey. Goku as a giant monkey again. Gohan as a giant monkey. Goku as a giant monkey again. I think you see where I'm going with this.
It's slick, Hoyoverse. Okay, I've been... Yeah.
They know their audience.
Oh my God.
Tactical debris.
Bro. Clothes got sent to the shadow realm, man. They did. Brother man.
Considering the
Brother
state
man.
of the world
Like
after this, yeah.
Samus and Super Smash Bros. Melee getting a Pikachu electric shock. I remember that. I like that.
What?
That's good shit. It is good.
Wait, what? Sorry, I'd never had a Wii or a GameCube, so I have no idea what he's referencing there. And if it happens to have interesting art, maybe I should ask people what they mean, because that seems like something I might want to get a link to.
For
no reason.
This should be what happens when you beat Firefly. Yep. You should break her mech, and then she should just be sitting there naked, bro.
Honestly, I don't think so much beating it. Maybe like the victory pose is her coming out of the mech and just waiting a second while the clothes respawn. I'm just saying it would very much increase the upcoming sales.
And here's why I'm confused, because it shows a girl's body, but the voice was a dude. That's what I don't get. So we're at 502.
I mean, admittedly, the voice thing makes a lot of sense. It's just dehumanizing, angry. If anyone heard them in their mech suit, they would immediately not feel comfortable around them because it's just a giant angry man. People get scared of that. And the entire thing about Glamoth is they're dicks. The dehumanization was very intentional because of said dicks again. Seriously, whenever we find the remnants of whoever survived Glamoth, because I'm assuming someone will have, it's going to be as an antagonist faction that we finally get to punch in the face. And if I'm wrong about that, I'm going to be very disappointed because I want to punch them in the face.
So, yeah, when he rips off his face, he sounds like a dude.
Yeah, because it's a kid.
That
It's just a little boy.
Scorched Earth operations.
Yeah.
Right? So then
I mean, there were guys and girls in the previous
Maybe
animation.
That's a different dude, but that would lead me to believe that the guy that we're worried about dying just died.
What? I think I'm following his logic, but not his words. So he's trying to say it's a different voice, so it's not the person we thought to die, but now we're worried about the guy who died. Honestly, I just want they all have the same voice because it makes them less human to have the same angry voice. But
so if that's a different robot, I don't understand why you would show a dude getting impaled by a bug, and then when you see a new guy die, it's a new guy rather than the current guy we're already worried about.
But didn't we see the same guy
why are we
die?
showing this one girl in isolation? You see what I'm saying?
But this is Firefly. BC probably hasn't caught on to that yet.
Tell you so.
Also, I hate that entire metaphor. I have no idea where it comes from. But I'm assuming it's bad.
All numbers, bro. Yeah. Yep.
And they didn't explode.
Right.
Still disappointed about that.
So you're going dentage. Okay, so let me show you why you're stupid. So you have a cutscene. Lil Bro's up here. We're all focusing on Little Bro being dead, right? Then the bomb goes off right here. Oh yeah, let's just show this random guy getting blown up for fun. Why not just show this dude, the guy we're worried about blowing up instead?
Oh, so he actually hasn't figured out that's Firefly we're seeing stripped naked. And the reason everyone's interested right now isn't because of that. It's because, oh no, waifu might get hurt. I mean, it works. MiHoYo built their entire company on, ooh, waifu. Why is waifu upset? It's also why they have a significantly insane viewer base in a few locations that will not be named.
You see what I'm saying? And then if it's a nuke and you're saying it would blow up other people, then why only show one person in isolation? Because right now in storytelling, the only person we know in isolation is Firefly. And before you say that's Firefly blowing up there, no, it's not. This is a random person. That's Firefly. That's why.
No, that was Firefly because she was also stripped naked.
You're wrong. Hopefully
she's
that
also the only
sense.
one with long hair shown in this clip.
Don't get me wrong. Is the trailer good? Yes, but there's a lot of weird shit in it.
Oh, yeah, no, there is a ton of weird shit. I was personally thinking more about the entire maybe real, maybe not dream sequence that came a few minutes later, but okay, sure, why not?
Yep. So it's either wrong and they forgot the voice actor they got for it was a dude when it was supposed to be a girl. Two,
I mean, they had previous voice actors with different things. The only difference is in the other animation, it was more cutesy, and they had different art styles for the various Sam models. It's the one thing I don't like about this. I like that there was a differentiation, but I guess they're putting so much budget in this already. It's like, you know what? Let's draw the line at a bunch of random, incredibly detailed side characters who have no point.
These are going to die immediately. In the middle of fucking nowhere for no fucking reason. And then three, it's not fucking Firefly. So hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, hopefully that makes sense.
Oh, he had himself over himself.
I'm confused on how Chad is confused. So here's what happens, Hex. So what happens is there's a bunch of motherfuckers who are caught up in their feelings who are trying to show that I'm wrong, but they can't because they realize they fucked up by not understanding the video. We'll go through the whole video, and then you can tell me everything that I'm wrong about, every horrible thing I did. But for me, this is just a normal-ass reaction.
I mean, I will still go back to my initial comment when he had the scene where she was standing on the dead bodies and he had just given the line, just given it, about, oh, wow, who pounded her? And he didn't immediately say, oh, they did. That is the perfect line, and I'm still annoyed he didn't do that one. As a person with 5-year-old sense of humor, I am not going to forgive that. No. And since I'm also a random person on the internet who has no idea about, my opinion matters. Yeah, there's probably someone out there who's like, yeah, that makes sense. Please stop. They know what they did with these sounds.
Everybody died.
Yeah.
God damn, bro. Bro, I can't tell if this is like the horrible outcome of a battlefield or like the end of a fucking orgy at an anime convention, bro.
I've actually heard stories. And there's a reason I don't do anything with anyone at anime conventions. I go with my wife and I leave. And I'm okay with that because I've heard stories where this kind of devastation does sound like that. So while he's making a joke, yeah, there is a lot of testing afterwards. And I am so glad I have no part of that.
Dude, what do you want me to say when you see piles upon piles of naked motherfuckers with their tits flopping out with big old booties? Okay, like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, well then make them be skeletons. Don't make their...
I mean, admittedly, that kind of would make more sense because all the bodies are more or less intact here. Just gonna throw it out there. They're more durable than the Sams.
Tits flop up, bro. Don't make their ass fucking be face down, ass up in the dirt. Like, come on,
they
bro.
kind of were.
Oh, holy fuck. Everybody's just naked as shit. Jesus Christ, bro. Shit looking...
I'm actually kind of surprised he hasn't pointed out that their bodies are that durable. Unironically, considering he's being super critical and going full on, I'm just pulling this apart because I've been doing this for apparently 50 hours at this point. Sorry, not 50 hours, 50 days. 51 days? Yeah, it doesn't matter. The number's insane either way. Yeah, sure, why not? He still hasn't said anything about how all of the mechs died in the explosion, but the people just happen to be a little upset. You don't actually see anyone missing limbs or anything.
like your mother's house on a Saturday night. Here's a great one. Here's a great comment. Bro, guys, if you don't want your feelings to be hurt, just don't watch his reaction to these trailers. No, Panda, you're wrong. They need to grow the fuck up as human beings and be able to handle some guy making jokes. Genuinely. This is one of the most tame reactions I've ever done.
Tame? Honestly, it just seemed par for course. It's his bit. It's his entire character. I didn't realize this was a tame version. I didn't think it was a particularly dark or heavy or insulting version. It just seemed pretty much par. Yeah.
Am I dead?
It ain't that big a deal. I agree it's not a big deal. However, this video going scorched earth and becoming my biggest disliked video ever is a big deal.
Is it? I mean, unironically, how this one? Okay, I don't have the link set up to show me what the actual likes are at, but whatever. So I get why people didn't like it, because it came out right when this video did, and they want not to see someone's take on it, but they want to share the experience with someone else. It's why a lot of reactions are done. It's why I do a lot of immediate ones. And then I do the other ones where I just love dropping into the super nerdy, just geek out sessions. If you don't know what I'm talking about, hi, that's my entire channel. But more importantly, I can see why they didn't like it. If it was maybe a few weeks later and for something that wasn't so emotionally charged, they're not looking for, okay, this is what I think about it, I'm not going to take it seriously. They want someone to experience the emotions as they did with characters they're emotionally invested in. That's where they're coming from. But honestly, beyond just leaving a dislike, I don't really see the point of it. Hell, did I even leave that? I didn't leave a like at all yet. Ooh. Still, I get where they're coming from. I just don't think it's a big deal yet. It's not like he did anything horrible.
I think it is hilarious how...
Except for not making that sex joke he could have done. That is still unforgivable. He had the perfect chance.
angry
I'm holding the grudge.
Who died?
People dislike the video because they don't care about the nitpicks. Well, then great. They can watch some other brainless retard go...
Hi, everyone. I'm a brainless retard. Like me.
So good! Honkai Peak Rail! Genshin Peak Packed! Oh, Genshin Peak Packed! I make
Genshin.
jokes. I nitpick. Why the fuck would I not? All right, keep going.
And still, he hasn't said anything about the body surviving more than the mech. You know, the armor. Still hasn't said it. Still doesn't bother me nearly as much as the not making the sex joke, but he could have said it by now. It's an actual nitpick, too.
How all these women die and not a single one of them die with their titties flopping up. That's all.
They're
I'm
saving that
saying.
for the next few seconds.
Wrong? Am I wrong? Where are the titties at?
Literally, Firefly is the only one who gets to do that. Even the other person who's temporarily alive is covered.
Am I wrong? What is this? Hold up, bro.
They know
Look
their
at
audience.
the cake on this one.
Oh shit, that actually is huge.
Hey, they be caked up. Oh my God.
He ain't wrong.
Bro, you cannot admit that if you saw someone who died who had a ridiculously fat ass, you wouldn't think it's at least a little bit funny. Yeah.
I mean, I hate to make this comparison, but there is historical precedent for exactly what he just said. Anyone ever heard a Michael Jackson song where he goes, "Annie, are you okay?" The basis of this is actually because "Annie, are you okay?" is what you said to a doll to practice CPR on. The doll was modeled on the death masks, or sorry, not death mask, plural, death mask, I can't speak today, death mask of a specific Jane Doe who was found in a river in Paris, France, or was it London? Probably Paris because it's creepier. And people just thought she was beautiful. So for multiple days, people came to look at the corpse. Yeah, this is a thing. They found a drowned girl in a river and thought she's beautiful. And all came to look at the corpse. And they finally made a death mask before interning her. And that is now a base of a Michael Jackson song. So the idea of people getting into it with, oh, that's a pretty corpse, and talking about it and making fun of it is a thing that happened. So congratulations, Tectone. You're bringing it back to actual reality here. I hate everything about the fact that this is something I know for a fact and I despise it.
Yep.
And again, she
Wait,
gets
is
to have a little
Firefly naked
clothing.
too right now? Yep.
Yep.
Why the
She's
fuck
the
they all
only
naked?
one.
Fight. Such is the honor of Glamot's.
Okay, so explain to me how she has her headband. How did everybody's clothes get blown out? There's not a single person alive, but Homegirl still has her headband and a sweater.
Oh, the answer's probably really simple. They don't want the characters to look ugly, then you might not give them money. I mean, that's not a good reason, but we all know it's exactly that reason.
Cavalry.
Speak up, bitch. Damn. Holy! Okay.
Appropriate reaction. And yeah, I do realize when I was watching this the first time, I lost my shit on this. But I'm also a weepy bastard who cries easily, so that doesn't really mean much. I enjoyed it, though.
And grow up, bro. True. This happens in anime all the time. You're crying over this bullshit. Grow up.
Admittedly, there are anime where they do grow up. They all suck. Like, legitimately, whenever you have the person die in front of you, and the character is either shown to be disinterested, or it's like, oh, cool, dead body, move on. It's usually because the writing staff is trying to write an edgy character a la Hellsing, but they suck at it. It's probably the reason I don't usually see many people do that trope where it's not a human reaction. And admittedly, by this point, Firefly has already seen everyone else die. So this is not a new thing to her. But if they had played it that way, it would be so stupid of a character moment. Because we wouldn't have had the build up to see how broken they are to get to that point. If they don't want to show us a broken character, they want to show us an emotionally damaged character who still has empathy. There are plenty of characters who get to the I don't give a damn point. And again, a lot of them suck.
Why is he being mean to Firefly? Why is he being mean? Also, why do they have hair? How are they able to blow up and disintegrate every robot suit, but none of them bitches are bald?
Finally said it! I mean, not even the bald thing. Being alive. Usually bodies are squishier than suits of power armor. Just throwing it out there. He's getting close to it, but just throwing it out there. The Doylist version would be that they wanted to show the humanity of everyone stripped of the armor, making them all look the same, and then showing the individuality, including the red sash, showing so much more color than they had before, even as she's dying. The Watsonian is, we're not going to think about it. Glamoth sucks. Admittedly, that also might be a good reason, but still, that's kind of where we're going on this one.
Crazy? How do they still have hair?
Even zoomed in his head.
Do we
I should shake my head.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up, isn't it?
A little. Also, I remember at this point, I started freaking out because I said, oh, Kiana parallel. I just wish I knew what her number was. If maybe it was a Series K clone, just throwing it out there. Maybe a 2-3 or something.
You live.
True. That's
see her
the
number.
worst part. That's the worst part, dude. Dude, humanity is the biggest prank in existence. True.
Yeah.
Right? Imagine if you were never born. You'd never know what you were missing. True. You were put on this. It's like, dude, being alive is like being told there's a party and you're not invited. True. Right? It's like, oh, dude, you live just to die. Isn't that fucking depressing, bro? Yep.
I've actually heard the entire brands of philosophy based around what he just said. I disagree personally because it's also, you have a party, you are at the party can suck. So make your own party and it's fun. Also, that would be the entire thing here. Their party sucks. They need to go do their own party. And considering she then went to Penacony, I think she did.
God is just a little silly. True. Yep.
But Glamothe no longer exists.
Unlucky. So some guy said, oh yeah, fiction doesn't need to make sense. Yes, it does.
Actually, what he's about to say, it does need to make sense. What doesn't need to make sense is real life. If you get someone's autobiography and it makes sense, they're lying. Admittedly, if it doesn't make sense, they're also lying, but that's just because autobiographies are the biggest works of fiction you will ever see. Because you can just say, well, it happened in real life, Real life is insane. Crazy unrelated things with no random chance involved and complete bullshit coincidence is a thing. Chaos is real. Fiction does not work on it that way because it has to have some narrative sense. So whenever someone's trying to pull a fast one in there and do something you won't expect, that's stupid because it has to make sense or to be explained in some way after the fact to justify it. If it's just random bullshit happens, you get the Sopranos ending, and that was a shitty ending. There's probably someone who disagrees with me about that. They're allowed to be wrong.
You can't tell me that if Krillin were to go up and beat Goku in one punch, that wouldn't piss you off. There are things in these worlds that need to make sense for immersion purposes.
Yep.
Because if things don't make sense and mirror reality as much as possible when they can, then your immersion is going to be fucking broken.
And there are a lot of times where the immersion breaks so easily. Like, I did an OSP video reaction where she talked about the all a dream trope. I hate it. But it is a good way to break immersion, and reality is a great way to build it. That said, suspension of disbelief is important, so as long as you're consistently wrong, that's more important than being real. If it always works this way, for example, you have a magic system, you know exactly how it works, well, it's just magic, I can do whatever I want, is fine, as long as it's consistent. When it's magic, I can do whatever I want, but it can be different tomorrow, then you start seeing it's just some dumb asshole. It's the consistency that matters. It's the understanding that matters. It's the building a sense of reality because you can see the justification for it that matters. Reality is an easy way to do it because it's a cheat sheet at that point.
It's the same thing if Palo were to walk up and kill fucking Adventurine in one hit.
Admittedly, if they then pulled some kind of random sparkle bullshit where it's actually someone else who's a masked fool impersonating them for some kind of epic level 3D chess move, all equivalent to, I hate you all and this is funny, that would be fine. But if it was just Palo randomly doing it, it wouldn't make sense. For the same reason that you have to have consistency of understanding why the world works. But this is me getting into fiction and suspension of disbelief and understanding narrative tropes, so I could go on way too long about that.
It would be weird as shit. Hey, Rubber Ducky.
I dreamed.
That's where the
of a
phrase world
scorched
building
earth.
comes from. Well, that's depressing. Toes.
Yeah.
Holy grippers.
Admittedly, they know exactly what they did here. They've been doing it the entire episode. They're just making sure to hit every demographic. And they definitely succeeded.
Sprouted from the earth.
Nah, that's not how that works, bro. Oh my god.
In the morning.
I mean, this is magic space shit, so, I mean, why not? And I'm still wondering if this was all an allusion to her own internal metaphor, or if there actually was some kind of crazy path bullshit going on. I thought it was like a Hersher weapon at first, but it's like, nah, that's a different universe.
Morning sun.
Maybe.
And whispered to me.
Oh, she dead.
Well, give it time.
What the fuck even is that? Straight up, like why the fuck is that tree growing?
Firefly.
And that's actually one of the really good questions, because if it's just a visual metaphor of her own dreams, neat. But also, this is Honkai. It could turn out to be exactly what happened. And for all I know, that's exactly what happened. Actually, it'd be even funnier if Yoshi wasn't around at this time period. What if the base body of Yoshi, or whatever her name is, actually did happen to be one of the Iron Moth soldiers? Sorry, Glamoth soldiers, not Fire Moth or Iron Cavalry. It's like they're completely very similar. I have no idea why I would believe that. It'd be kind of funny little trope if, oh yeah, by the way, this is the original Firefly, and the one that's going to die is just the one that was left behind. Maybe like the original body even. I mean, Honkai has done separating people's body and mind before. I'm looking at you, Senti. So it wouldn't even be a unique trope. It would be kind of cool if Firefly also turned out to be an Aeon. Do I think they're going to do that? No. No, I really don't. But it'd be funny.
It's just random anime bullshit happening for no reason. Like, why?
It looks cool.
Gold experience? Is bro Joseph? Is bro fucking Giorno?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's one of the references they're definitely making.
Giovanna?
Yes, he has a dream.
How'd she get her suit back? I thought this shit got disintegrated.
It got better.
Where did the tree go? Wait, where did the tree go? Where did the tree go? Where did the tree go?
And that's one of the reasons I would think it's maybe metaphorically just shown that way as her dream imposed on reality, because we're in Penacony, so people are used to the entire idea of it. But also, maybe just random bullshit later. Who knows? It doesn't make sense. Looks pretty.
Like, what? Am I not making sense here?
No, but let's go with it. I'm not sure what you're not making sense about, but I'm sure you're not.
Holy shit.
Yep.
Okay, so Sam is a part of her. So what you're saying is Sam can be disintegrated and then she can just bring it back. So then how come when the suit gets disintegrated, why doesn't she just remake the suit as it's disintegrated? That way it never gets disintegrated.
Well, then you have to think about it. And it's like, wait, that doesn't make sense. It's like we have way more tech than we do thought put into it. I'm just going to attribute this to Glamoth sucks. Is it the right answer? Might actually turn out to be, but I don't think it's where it's going. I think it's just it looks cooler this way type moment. A lot of this is just rule of cool and trope awareness. Because it looks cool, and it gets enough of the point across. Also, would not look nearly as cool as what they did there. Again, the entire Glamoth suck thing could be kind of extrapolated into a more in-universe reasoning of, they could do it the entire time. They were just never taught to because they were not exactly wanted to survive. And knowing that they could immediately do that would improve the not dying factor, which wasn't the point.
Oh, there's a cooldown. Oh.
Or that, but let's be honest, it could also be a lie and they could do it the entire time.
Super Brico!
Why do I feel like I know where that's from?
That planet did get super
Oh my god.
I thought it was a moon. Oh well.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, because it's turn-based. They got to blow it up, then it's Firefly's turn, then she can put on... Okay. Damn, she died again? Bro, this bitch sucks.
She got better.
Just give it a bug, man. I mean, bitch died like 8 times in one trailer, bro. What do you want me?
I mean, admittedly, we still have two out of the 3 left, so I'm bad at math. We have 1 out of the 3 left to go, so she has a few more deaths coming. I'm sure the next one will be the one that definitely doesn't break anyone. Again, a lot of this is the emotional investment, and you can see he's just enjoying it for what it is. He's making fun of it. He's more invested in making the humor as opposed to getting invested in the character. And frankly, sure, it's not for everyone. It's kind of like when my wife is super invested in the really emotional and heart-throbbing moments of her favorite movies, The Departed. And I'm just sitting here going, I love you, dear. I do not experience this the same way you do. That's nice. It's exactly that moment right here. He doesn't have the emotional connection that a lot of other people did. Hell, I know I cried like a bitch at this point. This is the first time I've been able to watch this without doing so. And honestly, the only reason I can't is because I'm more focusing on him than the thing that would definitely make you cry like a bitch. Again, said bitch. But it's just how you interact with the media is completely different. And he's going in for a very specific purpose of, I'm going to have fun with this. Where I went in this is, I'm going to get mentally and emotionally destroyed by this. And I was right.
I'm gonna say, you know, like, goddamn, I mean, buff her ass, ho, yo. Maybe I shouldn't pull on her after all. True.
Yeah, I mean, random floating naked girl in space. They knew what their audience was looking for.
Smash, 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 smash.
Fireflies
Smash,
dancing
smash.
among the stars.
Smash, smash.
I'm still kind of wondering why no one actually mentioned how her voice sounded very sick. It almost sounded like she was kind of sick when she said that line. Like she had just smoked a lot of cigarettes just to see if they can... It didn't have the same flow as some of the other lines. Maybe that's just me.
Smash, smash, smash.
It's too bad he doesn't like Kafka.
Motherfuckers got that upset over that trailer is insane. Why? Because I want world building that makes sense.
Honestly, I just like world building that didn't look stupid. I like Wuwa. Their opening sections prior to Scar were... And some of the side stories were... Great combat, though. Love running around and just killing things.
I want cutscenes that make fucking sense, and I invite you, if you think that what I'm saying is wrong, okay, then let's Discord.
I will take you up on that never because I hate talking to people in real life. But I will gladly point out where you're wrong. Right back here, again, I need to come back to the obvious one. You made the joke, bit my tongue, about who pounded her, and then you didn't say anything about it here. I am still stuck on this one, man, and I'm holding to my guns on this. We were right about... Oh, is he going to make an actual reaction to it crying now? Oh, God.
Jokes. If that upsets you, oh, well, eat a dick. And that's pretty much just how it goes, man.
But we're not British, and they don't sell spotted dick where I'm at.
Yeah,
I have no idea what I just said.
Somebody else who's going to shit and cum over the whole trailer. Now, I'll do you a favor. I will re-react to the same trailer, and you can watch it as is. All right, here we go.
Oh, no.
Let me give you the reaction you guys wanted me to give you.
This is going to be painful, but I want to see just how much he overacts this.
Command, Firefly
Oh my God, is that Sam?
I got that Sam? I didn't realize.
Requesting reinforcements.
What's going on?
I repeat, requesting reinforcements.
Oh, dude, Sam looks so cool.
I mean, admittedly, he does. It's literally the hero pose they're holding on. It's the complete trope there. Also kind of surprised he didn't point out that he's just holding... Well, if they are different people, it would be he and Firefly's the sheep. Whatever. Sam is just sitting there holding the pose. No one else hitting him. Just pointed out later in the conversation. Apparently, they were doing the entire time. The blokes are behind, man.
Bro, this is crazy.
Hey, you're getting your XQCD on.
So badass.
QCX? XKCD? I forgot the guy's name.
Dude, who is this?
Dead person.
Who is this?
On your feet. The target straight ahead. Keep pushing forward.
Damn it!
What a badass. Yeah, get him, Firefly, bro. They look so awesome.
Hey, stop plagiarizing me for my reaction.
Holy shit, this is crazy.
Admittedly, you could tell exactly where their budget wasn't put.
Yo, Firefly needs to be careful, dude. This shit looks nuts.
I mean, she might die here. Unless she actually did and came back 3 times, but that's different.
Oh my God.
Admittedly, he said the same thing the first time he saw it. Close enough, so.
Bro, that bug is huge.
It really is. I wish this is what the fights look like. That would be so cool.
Damn.
Honestly, I'm surprised he hasn't got to empty chair meta with this one.
Whoever's still alive, cover me. I'm going for the swarm mother. Copy. Take it.
Okay. What is that?
Admittedly, I probably should say I didn't realize who was doing what here until it showed clearly who was talking when the headpiece came off. I wonder if they actually were trying to intentionally fake you out to think it was Sam that died. Or, well, sorry, Firefly. It's technically a Sam did.
Witness. Activated when you see the signal.
The signal?
Me dying!
Damn, bro.
That's a big jump! Oh, God.
No.
Yeah, I feel so called out right now because that's basically what I did. I mean, I'm an easily crying idiot, so for me, I can't stop it no matter how much I try. But it's so funny seeing him essentially overact to the level of my actual existence. Oh, wow. My normal is his overacting. I have no idea how to compartmentalize that yet, but I'm going to try and find a way.
Commencing scorched earth operations.
Oh, God.
For Her Majesty.
Her Majesty!
No.
Boom.
No, don't do it.
Oh, they did it.
No.
Not the random person we don't know. And thus we have seen Tectone lose his cool.
My God.
Truly. He's just looking at the timer,
all
seeing if he
died.
has to keep overacting it.
Are you
Truly
okay,
the most horrible
Firefly?
thing. Ah, she'll walk it off. Take a
Oh
nap.
my God.
Couple centuries.
Are they all dead? Oh my God, they're all dead.
Unironically, I'm pretty sure I've seen someone say exactly what he did at something like this. And I'm pretty sure that video involves someone going, ah! like a car alarm, but that guy can't be related.
It didn't have to be this way.
Dead.
I mean, technically it didn't have to. They just had really shitty people in charge.
Oh my God, they all dead.
Who died?
Oh my God.
Lot of dead people.
Oh, who is it? Oh, they're okay. Oh, thank God.
Admittedly, I wish this was one of the people from the previous trailer, but considering animation times and how close these came out together, they would have had to pre-plan that, and considering the animation differences, and I think even different studios for all I know, or at least different people making it within it, that's way too much. But I wish it was one of the people that she was being friendly with in the other scene. It would have made it so much better.
God.
Unless it is, I just completely missed it, which is entirely
Oh,
possible.
thank God.
Born to fight. Such is the honor of Glamot's Iron Cavalry.
Oh my God, fucking died.
Her Majesty.
Admittedly, I'm kind of surprised even in his completely I'm going to be a dick take that he didn't say anything about how she's just quoting, oh, we are not people, we are just the tools they're using style line, meant to show that they were brainwashed child soldiers who don't actually think for themselves, because that's part of the horror of the situation. Instead, he's like, oh yeah, look at them. And, admittedly, priorities. But still, I'm kind of surprised when I pointed that out. I get where they're going for, and I understand that they're just hammering into Firefly right now. Oh yeah, see the futility of your situation? And that's why she talked about Glamoth is already gone. It's that mental breaking point of, oh shit, this literally doesn't matter, and everyone's dying for no reason. And also their leaders sucked.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Has he gone and said, yes, queen yet? Or no, my queen?
No, Firefly, you can do this. Don't give up.
Funny thing is, I'm pretty sure this was her just giving up on Glamoth.
We die.
I don't know. It's so horrible.
Why do we live?
Different production lines.
But Glamothe no longer exists. I dreamed of a scorched earth.
You can do it. You can find it.
Yeah, this part got me because I'm an Eva fan. I like pseudo, is it real, is it an hallucination style animations. So I'm looking at this going, I don't care if it makes sense. It looks cool. And it could be a metaphor that we're seeing on a visual representation, completely unrelated from reality, or it could be there and we're just not entirely sure how. This is my weak point. Is it good? I mean, I like it, yeah. Does it make sense? Oh, God, no. But I mean, if anyone's an Eva fan, it doesn't really need to make sense to be good.
A new shoot sprouted from the earth. It bloomed in the morning
You
sun.
can do it, Firefly. You can do it.
Is that mine or his? Oh, that was mine. Didn't know I had the sound on.
Like fireflies to a
Still like the music, though. I wonder what this song is called. And he was talking earlier about how their tones never actually worked. It does kind of feel like it worked better on this one here, where the tone was making it clear that it's the same pronunciation matching up. And earlier, it's a very different pronunciation overlapping. It would be kind of cool if, Mr. Mecha actually was Sam and they were different beings, because then it actually was someone just copying her. That would be funny. And probably more depressing because it's Honkai. They would definitely make it more depressing somehow. I'm thinking Bella situation all over again.
Yes, you can do
It
it.
looks freaking cool, though.
Oh my
And you can see he's trying to keep a straight face, but he just has to cover his mouth the entire time to overact it.
God, yes.
God. Why is there a sheepdog with the phrase "gonna cry"? I have literally no idea.
Someone save her.
I mean, I think you like who did that.
Someone save her.
She got better.
Kafka, you have to help her.
Fireflies dancing among the stars.
That was the best trailer I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh yeah, he hasn't seen the Honkai Impact 3rd animations, has he? Because he got up to Himiko's death and then I think he quit the game, didn't he? Because the community was being absolutely toxic, even more than usual. It's the reason I'd never engage with anyone. No, actually, that's exactly the reason why. I'm okay with that.
That was the best. I will be C6ing Firefly and R5ing her weapon on the spot.
I mean, there are probably a lot of people who are going to do exactly that, so the trailer achieved its effect.
Firefly is the greatest character I've ever seen in my whole life, and anybody who disagrees, I don't like them on a personal level. That was the best trailer I've ever seen in my whole life. Oh my God. Oh my, amazing.
He's overacting it so
Amazing.
much. So do I feel a little called out for him overacting it and then taking his approach exactly the same way I did when I watched the video? No, I'm not at all. I'm not holding a grudge or maybe wanting to go back and point out that he still had the chance to make that joke about, oh, that's who pounded her. Didn't do it. Still upset about that one. It was right there, man. It was right there. Is that a completely needless point that I'm hoping on because it makes perfect sense in my head? And even though I don't really think anyone else would caught into it, why do I keep using that phrase? But it's in my head now. Sure. Does it make sense? No. Does it have to? I mean, if it did, my channel would really make no sense. More importantly, I hope we have all learned a very important lesson here. I enjoy watching Tectone's videos, not because I agree with him, but because it's someone who I don't always see eye to eye with. And I'm kind of okay with that because it's a different point of view that I don't usually take. I mean, if everyone saw it the same way I did, it'd be kind of boring to watch the same thing over and over again. So I don't usually watch a lot of reactions. I find a bunch of people who are going to react to it differently than I would. Because if I want to see my own reaction, I would actually kind of consider calling a welfare check on myself, because that sounds like the most disturbing thing I could possibly do. I hate editing my own videos. The reason they're so unedited is because I get to the point it's like, now I can mix it. Oh God, that's what my voice sounds like. Oh, okay, we're just going to leave it here. It's just as it is, and we're going to leave it that way. Whew. Is it a good reason? Yeah, I think so, because I don't want to hear that shit. I hate my voice. So it makes it easier not to do that. More importantly, if you haven't already, there's a link to Tectone's video down there. And if you want, there's a link to the most disliked video he's ever done. I'm not really sure what my point was with this, other than it was a good excuse to have fun, and I did that. More importantly, again, link. Oh, you already did that because I mentioned it before, and it'd be weird if you hadn't. That's never come up before. I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.